Hey, Blue Table fans, this is a public service announcement. Hot on the heels of my vid about Indian spices. So just a couple of things. First off, it's May 31st, I'm booking projects for June. What does that mean? It means my turnaround time is amazing, and I have been working really hard to get it to that point. And right now, all current projects are scheduled to be completed in June. And some of the larger ones, maybe just a handful, might bleed over into July, but maybe not, because my crew is really strong, and currently I have 42 projects outstanding, and 26 of them are out for the painting portion of it. They are under the brush, somehow moving forward in that area. So it's good, guys. It's really good. And I want to do your project. Second, let's talk about costs, because I get a lot of people, they email me, they say, I have no idea how this works, what the numbers are going to be. So I'm going to give you sort of a rough guide, but this is not a quote. The only way to get an actual price of what you will actually pay is to email me. The email's in the liner notes, and I can give you specific numbers. I also have a ton of price guides. They're spreadsheets. You open them up, and you can just change the quantity, the painting level. If you have already done the assembly, you just delete out the assembly cost, for example. And they're really easy to use, but do specify what armies or systems you need, because I have something like 140 of these sheets. Okay, so the usual cost for a Wargamer standard painted infantry figure is $8 to $12 a figure. Let's call it $10. So that means if you had 100 figures, which would be a lot, that you would, but anyone that's done it can appreciate what it's like to actually paint 100 figures. It's going to take you a while if you're just doing it in your spare time, or it's going to take a very short period of time if you have us do it. So it's going to be $1,000. Now, for some people, that's a little bit of a sticker shock. It's like, Sean, that's more than my rent. And there are other options, though. First off, there's options all the way up to boutique painting, where we can do some really amazing stuff. And our standard Wargamer level 3, and that's what we do. We do level 3, 4, 5, 6 typically, is really strong. It's really the bang for your buck. Level 3 and 4 is where it's at. But you can get a special for whole armies called Just Get It Done. And that costs half. So if you have an assembled army with 100 figures in it, infantry figures, middle of the road, that will cost you as low as $500. And you can reach that. You could say, listen, I want you to get this done over the course of 2 months, maybe 4 months. Every time I get a paycheck, I'm going to pay you 25%. I'm going to pay you $125. That's within reach, guys. It can be done. So don't be shy about sending me those inquiries. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, so let's see. Other things. Oh, I am looking for some Tau drones. I need 6, and I need 10 30mm flight stands. I just want to know, would somebody just send me those? And if you'd like to trade, I have bluetablestore.com, and I just put all the stuff the studio owns and is up for sale on that. And there's some finds in there. The deals are so good that it's been pretty picked over through the years. So there's that. I'm also looking for an old AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide. The one with the Ifrit on the front, where he's like grabbing that adventurer, you know? The old school DMG. So if you have one of those and you want to trade me, and maybe some other vintage books. I'm not a super collector. I don't need them to be in mint condition, but I am interested in those old books. Also, wanted to talk about one more thing while I've got, okay, I could go like another minute. I love running Blue Table Painting. However, I have dabbled in my mind in the idea of having a patron. Somebody who would just like me to run a group of artists and just have funds available. And we're talking, it would take quite a bit to be a patron for the vision that I have. But if you're that sort of person, you should get in touch with me. And I would love to have somebody who had the funds, who needed somebody who had the vision, the know-how, the connections to do something that this world has not yet seen in the arena of miniatures battles and fantasy role-playing. Because, oh man, it's great. It's really great. Let's see. Also, as part of that, I am going, at some point in time, I'm going to need, not need, but I'm going to be calling up a crew of artists, and they could be from anywhere. And that's my dream, is to, so let's say I had $6 million on tap, and I would just have a workshop and be doing these really blow your mind amazing projects. And I've written a lot about them. But I would need a team of artists to come out, 6 to 12 artists, and actually live on site or live in the same city where I was doing it, and really be a part of this amazing thing. So if you're an artist and you think you might like to do that, never mind about cost. Don't think, well, how would I get a plane ticket? How would I get out there? Don't worry about that at all. Just contact me if you'd like to be on that short list of world-class, worldwide, amazing artists who would want to come out and work maybe 3 to 9 months on something like just blow your mind projects. Like, this is gonna, like, two of the people there are gonna be documentarians to document this thing that we're building. And a real sort of what a workshop of miniatures battles. Let's see here, blah, 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 blah. Yep, I think that's it. That was all my random stuff. So there you go. There's your PSAs. Thanks for tuning in.